Let's go and welcome back to another week of Talking Trophies, aka TT, aka what else? What other nicknames do we have?
I don't even know.
AKA Cartoon Damo
Damo
and
and
Ravo.
Ravo. Damo and Ravo.
Shout out Damo and Ravo.
Ravo.
Yeah.
Throwback video.
Make sure you guys do interact. Deeves and Davies listening on Spotify. I get it. You're a bit older than the YouTube demographic. The YouTube demographic are a bit younger, so they get involved a little bit. The little kids, the youngins, they like to comment.
Yeah.
But
and shout out Nana getting back in the comments.
Oh, yeah. Shout out.
Yeah.
I love having discussions with their kids because sometimes you get beaten and you got to report them to the council.
She goes to me as I'm leaving the house. She goes, make sure you say hi to Ravo.
Oh, yeah, I love her. Guys, we need to invite her over for Eid next week or something. Because we got Eid on Friday or something.
Let's do it.
We got to send her over, bro. Yeah, Deeves and Davies on the Spotify, you're a bit, I don't know, they don't interact. I get it, you're older, you're more sophisticated, you listen to podcasts and stuff. You're probably smashing down a Diary of a CEO straight after Talking Trophies. They go for 10 minutes on Talking Trophies, I reckon. They go, these guys are dropping my IQ points. Let me jump on Diary of a CEO, Joe Rogan, and listen to a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
But,
a real conspiracy theory.
Yeah, real conspiracy theory. Not Damon telling me some guy. I found out what it was. It was like the Camp Something attack. I went and looked into it.
The CIA
CIA one?
Yeah, tough.
And I was like, bro, this is red flag. I did some to Google search his conspiracy theory. Not conspiracy, the actual attack.
Yeah,
I was writing some stuff, cuz, and I was like, bro, I'm a Muslim. I'm going to get flagged for this. I was like, CIA agents die to suicide bomb, Islam, question mark. I'm like, Muslim kills.
Right,
I'm like, these guys are probably, Asia are probably watching my account like, what the hell is this guy searching? What's he planning? Next thing is like, can North Melbourne win a premiership this year?
Which is no.
Guys, they're just tripping out, bro.
No chance.
But let's get this episode over and done with. I want to go to Soji Trivia Night. I'm going to Soji Trivia Night
he's
tonight.
G'd up.
And I'm taking Somali Steve with me.
Oi.
I'm tagging along.
Yes. I want to see how Somali Steve interacts with people.
You can add anything to that?
I was gonna suss it that
Yeah,
one.
I don't know. I just want to... But yeah, doing something different, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out Soji. Kaz, I don't know. I like their events, Kaz, but I do get a little... I get a little socially...
Awkward,
Kaz.
Why's that?
I don't know, Kaz. There's something about just being around a bunch of black people and I just feel like I'm going to get stabbed. I'm sorry, stop.
So
Let me take
that's
that back
really
again
bad.
because last week was a
That's
howler.
actually bad.
Sorry, I'm sorry. My bad.
I do not condone this. Send it back.
No, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just a little excited. But I genuinely, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know, I've lost my social touch a little bit.
Yeah.
I like smaller crowds and stuff.
But you know, I think this time of the year, when it's getting into winter, it's a nice time to step out to small events and gatherings and just hang out.
I like the Soji event.
Chuck on a
100%.
raincoat.
Yeah. I like those events where it's like, it's like you're not really doing too much.
Watch Somali Steve spit some game.
Watch Somali Steve spit some game, yeah.
100%.
Guys, you know what's funny about, because their events, they're trying to like push, because I was speaking about on Disruption, how like Soji's trying to push their events to be, like they're trying to advertise to guys more, because it's like 70% girls and 30% guys.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, because Melbourne guys generally just get a little intimidated. They get a little bit camera shy.
Yeah.
They fall back a bit. Yeah. You know what I mean? He was saying like Melbourne guys would rather slide in their DM than say hi in person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
Do you think Melbourne people are a bit?
Yeah. I think
Why?
Universally, bro. Universally.
So
Unless
no. Apparently, there's this theory.
Nah.
They always say this. London guys are like
Nah.
approaching and stuff. I'm like,
No, that's
that's
clickbait.
New York
That's that
guys.
social media stuff, bro.
yeah,
Then
man.
get to you.
Or the American guys are like full, like going to girls and like, yo, what's up, shawty?
The only place where guys go up and spit game, third world countries.
Oh,
How do they speak game in third world countries?
Straight up.
How do they speak game?
Bro, you know, when I was in Uganda,
Yeah.
I'm on a bus, I'm on a bus. We're on a bus, we're driving through the town, and I'm with Kat, my fiance, but we're like just boyfriend and girlfriend at the time. Anyway, the guy goes to me, he goes, where are you guys from? I said, oh, Australia. He goes, bring me a girl from Australia.
Yeah.
I hear they're so beautiful. I said, yeah, no worries, bro. I said, next time, I'll bring you one just for you. Yeah. He goes, nah, I want this one.
He points
to Kat, bro, this guy is so straightforward.
You need that game here, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know. Like,
but you know what? I think that's just harassment, bro, here.
Okay, wait. That's the thing.
Yeah.
This is where it is. So there was a generation. I remember the older generation when I was young. Catcalling.
Yeah.
Not even catcalling. Just really approaching girls like, hey, what's going on? Just driving past stops the cat. Giddy up. So what do we want? Do we want that, or do we want like slide in the DM? There has to be a middle point.
Yeah.
Like,
but you know what it is? I reckon guys are shy from doing it because you don't want to cop the. I already have a boyfriend, or you don't want to cop.
I don't even think that. I personally think it's
you don't want to cop the. You don't want to get barred.
No, it's not even bad. I think it's more of guys have this theory that girls go off and go, so and so approached me, or so and so slid in my DM.
But they do though.
And that's
they got like group chats and stuff.
They got group chats, and you know what? How the guys found out, I believe, because some guys have told me this. They're like, their girls will talk obviously to their guy about saying, someone told me about that guy.
Yeah.
So that guy goes, yo, that's my dog, man. Hey, bro, listen, man. My missus was telling me so and so said this. So he's thinking these girls are all talking then.
Yeah.
So then these guys go and tell all the boys, hey, bro, watch out, man. These girls be talking.
Yeah.
And it's dead after that. So guys be like, Sieb's approaching. And then instead of approaching people like they know, or like in the community, how it normally used to be, it's more of like, if I live in the north, let me holler at a girl that lives an hour and a half away from me on the other side of town so no one finds out. Yeah. For example, if some guy in Craigieburn probably hollering at a girl down in Cranbourne.
Yeah.
So when are you going to see me? Look, the V-lines are down right now.
It's like $20 a ticket.
Yeah, it's like
mission, bro.
I gotta go zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3 now.
Yeah, bro.
Damn, bro.
Let's go back to riding horses.
Yeah. So I think and I personally think it's like, obviously like approach or whatever. Yeah. But it's like, I don't know, man. I feel like there is a lot of like, guys do have that thought. And girls are like, we're not getting hollered at. Yeah, because there's that rumor that going around. If girls can clear that up, maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
But I think it's easier to like, to go shoot your shot at a stranger than to someone you like. You know when you vaguely know someone, it's harder to do that because you have so many mutuals. Yeah. But when it's a random, it's way more easier.
Now, you know what's crazy? But I think, for example, when approaching a girl, I'd rather go and say, hey, listen, I'm interested in getting to know you. I don't even want to waste time. Yeah. That's how I do it, you know? And if it works, it works. And I'll speak to them for a while and then be like, okay, if it didn't work,
how's that going for you?
It sucks. I'm getting arranged marriage soon, Kaz. This stuff, Kaz.
From the tribe.
Got to get the arranged marriage, Kaz. I'm thinking that's the way to go, boys. Because this new generation of hi, how are you, and all of this stuff is getting boring. I'm just trying to get to know the dad.
Yeah. Yo.
No, but generally, I'd rather do that, you know? And I don't even care if, for example, if a girl goes and says, oh, yeah, for example, Ravo did message me. My niggas be like, yo, hey, good on you, Kazi, bro. You know, Ravo's still in the game. You know what I mean? Like, he's trying to get married. He's trying to thing. Yeah. I think most of my boys think I'm just trying to travel the world and...
just play footy.
Play footy to boys. But I don't know, man. Melbourne, I don't know. I don't think it's like that dry, bro.
Yeah.
I said last time, because Wintana had an event, she had the love event, talking about this issue. Yeah. And I was thinking, I'm like, bro, low-key, I think girls in Melbourne have a girl would always have someone speaking to them or whatnot, like approaching them. Guys be doing that, guys. You know what I mean? And then so let's just say a small portion of guys, let's just say 20% are like speaking to like most of the girls. Like one guy can speak to like 34 girls at once, has 34 girls in his DMs, something like that. Let's just say hypothetically, yeah? Yeah. And then most guys are not talking to girls at all. Yeah. Generally. I think most, like 60% of guys are not talking unless they're cuffed. Yeah. I think do you see it like that?
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
But you think every guy's talking to a girl?
No. They all...
Do you think more guys are talking to girls or more girls are talking to guys? So every girl, let's just say on average...
More girls are talking to
every
guys.
Girl's got a guy that's like DMing her versus every guy's got a girl DMing him.
No, I reckon more girls are talking to guys. Think about it. Bro, if a guy's account is dead, no one's chatting to him.
What do you mean?
Like, no one's hollering at him.
Yeah.
But I feel like even if a girl's account's dead, bro, people are still shooting their shot.
She's got no profile, guys. He sees a female name, he's just like, yo.
Bro, I'm being serious. Like, I reckon...
You know, I'll tell you how I know that guys are hollering at girls, cuz. Like, and any girl they can. You know in those, like, spam accounts? Hey, you want to get to know Bitcoin, whatever? Guys be replying, bro, down bad. Yeah, here's my email address. And then your boy, you know how I know the guy's trying to holler. His post goes, want to learn my course on how I won $100,000 in Bitcoin? That guy got slid in the DM by one of those bot account girls.
Bro. And you're replying to the
so,
bot.
Steve, have you ever been a victim of that?
I reckon there's like 10% of all guys that speak with like majority of the females.
Do you reckon?
My take,
10%?
I reckon out of all the guys,
10%
like
can't handle it, bro.
Yeah.
There's way more girls than guys.
I reckon there's 10% of some crazy dudes out there who just be DMing like 20 girls a day. No fucks given.
No. There are guys like that.
Yeah.
I knew boys that were like that.
Yeah,
I just looked at them and I'm like, bro, you don't have time.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, you don't have time. I can't. For example, with me, I genuinely struggle talk to more than one girl.
Yeah.
I can't do it, bro. Like, I'm like, this is too much.
Yeah.
I got to reply every like 4 or 5 hours. Obviously, you understand. You're telling me I am working, whatever. I have so many, like, I have all these other hobbies that I do. I can't really fit it in.
But, I know someone. So, like, for example, he's interested in this girl, never chatted to her, but they're always in the same environment. So they see each other from a distance. And the guy is just like, bro, I can't find a window to, like, go and speak to her. Like,
What's the window going to be?
he doesn't know, bro. Like for example, like they have each other on Insta, but she used to come to church, doesn't come as much because she moved. But this guy's like wrestling. He's like, where's the window going to be?
Message on Insta and say, hey,
But he's going, bro. Isn't that just random?
And how long? Oh, he's known it for a while.
Yeah, he's known it for a while, but they've never chatted. Just to randomly just say hi or whatever.
Yeah. Guys, I'm telling you, it's our community specifically that's probably struggling, guys. These white boys all cuffed.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you.
But to be fair, their breakup rate's pretty high.
The breakup rate, that's what I was going to say. And I'm not lying to you. It's like a month window.
Bro.
Like, I got boys that would be cuffed. And you know what I love? You know what? I love these guys. They only watch the reels, so I know they're not listening to this. I got boys, bro, they'll be cuffed. And they know the relationship's going to die soon.
Yeah.
They're already on to the next. Towards the end, they're saying, hey, I can't think. 3 weeks later, new girl.
Yeah, but what do you mean? I saw a guy.
And then, you know what's crazy? They introduced me. I'm like, bro, I just got to know the other one.
Yeah. I know a guy, bro, that he was with homegirl for about 5 years or something, bro. I've had him on since I was in the warehouse. Then later, I'm like, oh, you know when you can just tell someone might have gone through a breakup? You just tell the posts are all gone, everything. You're like, oh, man, I wonder if he's still with her. Then like a week later, bro, there's a new shorty, bro, at his birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, my queen,
No
my
way.
king. You know all that stuff.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, bro, what the heck, bro? White boys move on quick, man.
They move on quick, bro.
Same as Koreans too. They got a really quick,
Bro, that is the
quick
most
dating
true.
culture over there. I was watching a whole
Hey,
documentary.
how many
on
Korean?
Korea.
No. I'm telling you, I know about that, guys.
Yeah.
And guys, I'll give it up to Korean girls. They will holler, guys, if they see a guy. Korean girls will holler. I remember when I was in Korea, some girls came up to me and I was like, these girls fetishizing me, bro. I'm out of here.
Yeah, because, bro,
They've
random,
never seen
bro.
a handsome black bold man before. You know what I mean? It's tough. I get it. Well, tell us about Korea, Bob.
I was watching a documentary. It was more like a little TikTok thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys saw, I forget the name. Was it called like Soju Boys or Soju Girls? They're in this one area and they just wait for internationals to just come past. And as soon as they jump off the plane and they're in that little area, they approach them and they start asking for their number and whatnot. It's crazy because they have like such high rates of like taking internationals home to bed with them. But it's just like a real casual thing.
You've done too much research on this.
Bro, he got stuck in. You know how he got stuck in the 9/11 rabbit hole. This guy got stuck in the South Korea. Bro, you were trying to go to.
Yeah, he's got flights
You're
to
trying to go
Korea.
to Itaewon, huh? Itaewon, Korea.
I
bro.
wouldn't mind, bro.
And it's, hey, South Korea is beautiful. Like the vibe there is like, I don't know. South Koreans are like different, bro.
Yeah.
But like their dating scene, even for example, the whole world's struggling. I think with dating scenes. I think people like a lot of people. I remember in the TD they were speaking about it, and they were like speaking about how like everyone glorifies this London. Guys holler at us in London. It's like, yeah, because they're doing it to another 20 girls. And when they cuff, there's a big thing you always hear about on their podcast, cheating, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you're going to get guys with the confidence of, for example, speaking to like multiple women. Okay, big whoop. Okay, the guy hollered at you. He approached you. But guess what? When he cuffs you up, he's still going to have that ability to holler at other girls. And a lot of them do. You always find it's a big thing in Britain. People cheating on each other and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you go there, they're having the same issue with America, the baby mama thing. It's a massive rise.
Yeah.
Baby mama, everyone's got a baby mama, this, that.
Yeah.
Issues with them, so and so. For example, with me, I don't really have any female friends. I probably got like, in my lifetime, I've probably had 5 female friends. Like genuine friends, like wish me well, I wish them well, good communication.
You chat,
You chat, you know, and it's like, it's in a way we want the best for each other, yeah?
Yeah.
But I don't even speak to them like on a regular basis.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm happy to see you. Like, we see each other, for example, in uni, or we see each other after uni. Good to see you. Move on.
Whatever. Yeah.
I don't really speak to, my whole life, I'm really around guys a lot more. I don't really speak to girls as much. So like, I'm not like, I don't have a female group or friends that have like we have a female in the group. You know what I mean? So I don't really speak to women as much.
Yeah.
But like, I see it as once I do get cuffed up, that's a bonus because my girl doesn't have to worry about me going, is his best friend or his female friend gonna say one day she has feelings for him, whatever.
Yeah.
You never know. We're humans, bro. We make mistakes. We slip up. You know? But like me having and I think that's a cultural thing. Yeah. Guys chill with guys, girls chill with girls.
Yeah.
To avoid that intermingling, whatever. And guys, as much as girls say they're cool with it, bro, they feel a type of way.
Yeah, well, you can't do it, bro. You can't do it and actually have longevity in a relationship at all.
How?
No, wait, bro. You open the window up. All it takes is for you to slip up in your relationship or your marriage. Like things to get tough, things are going rough, and you maybe in one season, your first 3 years, everything was like a rainbow sunshines. You're complimenting your girl. You're saying all this. It starts to fade out. Now you stop complimenting. Maybe you compliment maybe on her birthday, special occasions, but not consistently. Now there's a new guy to work or a new guy in their friendship circle. I don't know, however they meet or even at the gym, who's just complimenting her, feeding her everything that she's been getting, but not getting from her mans. And all it takes is for one moment, you slip up. Yeah. In a moment of like...
Or that one UK guy, that one UK nigga that is able to approach. And he says the good things that girls want to hear. How they do approach women, and he slips up.
And same thing vice versa for guys.
And it's more likely on the guy's side. I think it's
like
the guys, because not even that. The girl looks at him, says hi, he looks, he goes, she wants me. Guys, who remembers back in the day? Guys, I swear to God, there was a time period. I think it was like 2012 to like 20. I don't know. Maybe guys in their 20s, like early 20s, when they'd have a conversation with a girl and they turn around and be like, yeah, she wants me. Yeah, and bro spoke to her about, hi, how are you? How's everything?
Yeah.
What do you do for work?
Dragged.
Oh, nice. Do you have any hobbies? That's it. And they moved on. He's like, yeah, she wants me. Slides in the DM too. He said, hey, man, how come she barred me, bro? I thought she was interested. But yeah, hey, shout out Soji.
We really thought we were main characters back then.
Guys, but that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Talking about main characters, it was my birthday this week.
Oi!
28. So I turned 28. But
happy birthday.
Nah, we don't do that. Why I wanted to speak about that, I was like, bro, why are people... So at work, they said happy birthday to me and stuff.
Yeah.
Family just said, oh, you're 28 now. Like, and I'm just like, bro, just don't acknowledge it. I don't think you should be celebrating your birthday at all.
Yeah. Why?
That's my hot take. I'm like...
Say why.
Huh?
Why?
Like, what are you celebrating? It's just a day. Celebrate your life, bro. It's like, oh, I'm taking this day to celebrate my life, whatever. It's just like one day where it's like, I feel like it's like, I want all the attention. It's like the only day I'll get attention from everyone.
Yeah.
I just
you know what, actually, to some degree, I can see how, because like, I know people, and even myself, when you don't get acknowledged or whatever on that day, this thing starts to creep in. You're like, oh, people don't care about me. You know, you actually open the window for the wrong things, wrong mindset.
I don't. It's like, I don't announce it, nothing. You know, on your birthday, I think your sister made a post or someone made a post and you repost it. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, we'll get lit.
Right.
No. But you see, because I always say happy birthday and stuff because I'm like, I don't want that in return.
Of course.
Because, you know, the thing is, it's like, and a lot of people do struggle with this. It's like, you might have that one friend that's like over-exertedly celebrates their birthday. And then when it's your birthday, they come, they give you cake, they take you out for dinner, whatever. And then it's like, oh, I have to bring this back. I have to do this for them. Yeah. And most people now are doing things, like, for example, I do something for you expecting you to give me something in return. And I think that's selfish. It's like,
it's not right.
It's not a selfless thing. It's like, I want to celebrate your birthday. Okay, celebrate your birthday. But like, I'm not going to come and go out of my way to celebrate yours now. You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't even do anything for my birthday this year. I went, I preached at a youth event.
Yeah.
I went home. I did cake with my family. Went to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it?
That's it.
What did I do? Went to work. Didn't say anything. Had a meeting at 9:30. Someone goes, oh, and it was one of the guys at work. He goes, happy birthday, Ryan. And then I go, thanks. Everyone goes, oh my God, is it his birthday? And then
yeah.
That's when it started, and then they sang happy. But luckily, it was someone else's birthday on the same day as me, so they sang happy birthday.
But I do get it because, like, I understand, like, for example, like, I love celebrating other people's birthdays. Like, I love celebrating people.
I don't know, man.
Like I love celebrating people.
I'd rather you celebrate a milestone.
Yeah.
You could have a crap year, bro. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you maybe didn't achieve anything this year.
Yeah.
Like, for example, let's just say, if you did have a good year, let's just say hypothetically, you had an amazing year. Okay, I get kind of celebrating your birthday because you're like, yo, 27 was a great year.
Yeah.
I did so much. Some people just simulate it through the year. Yeah. What are you celebrating? You know what I mean?
But I used to do this bait thing, bro. And if you do this, you ain't slick, bro. I used to do this thing where you post on your birthday, you get everybody messaging you happy birthday. You wait till like 11:50 and you write, thank you to everyone that wished me happy birthday today. And that's your cue to go, hey, if you didn't wish me happy birthday, this is your last chance.
What?
When I was in school, bro, that's what I used to do.
Slick. That's actually a good idea.
11:50 p.m.?
Like 11:50 p.m. and my birthday's about to wrap up.
Yeah.
I'd do a post. Thank you to everyone for wishing me happy birthday today. Whatever. And then like, that was the cue. Like, yeah, if you didn't wish me happy birthday right now, you're a dog.
Oh, yeah.
And you read it, if you're reading it, you're like, oh, fuck, I didn't say happy birthday to this guy. You feel
Then, so wait. So the one that sends you the message after seeing that post, are you cool? Like, or
I'm cool. Yeah, I'm cool.
You're like, you saw the post. That's the only reason you sent it.
No, I'm still cool with it.
Yeah. I'm so glad I deactivated Facebook because Facebook used to remind everyone of your birthday.
Yeah, I don't think they do it anymore though.
Yeah, Instagram doesn't, yeah?
No, Instagram doesn't?
Yeah.
Oh, do they?
No, they don't.
Snapchat?
Oh, yeah, Snapchat does.
Oh, I haven't had Snapchat in years.
Yeah.
How's Snapchat?
I don't use Snapchat.
No, I don't use it either.
No way.
I feel like Snapchat's a young, like, bro, you gotta be young to be on that, bro.
Yeah.
If you're over 20,
But I find
Five.
Snapchat better, man. Like, you don't have to post a story or whatever. It's like, hey, we're doing this right now. Send it to my group of friends. It's easier to do that. You know what I mean? Like, something funny is happening. So you send it into the group chat. Hey, send it in the group chat. Send the photos in the group chat.
Yeah.
Or send a snap of them doing something.
But Snapchat, you think you're slick, bro. You think you're slick, bro. You think because you can shoot your shot at people and your message deletes. You know what I mean? There's like that secrecy to it that people think they're slick on it.
I don't know. I was going to bring Snapchat. I wanted to bring Snapchat back, man. Because everyone, like, there's a few group chats that I'm like, oh, this would be fun.
Nah, bro. Like, I know, but you know what? It is like, because you can have so many people in the group chat and it's so funny and stuff. Like,
and sending videos and stuff back or a photo, you know what I mean? Or you can do a memory. The memories always pop up. That's what I like about it. But like, I don't know. I just never grew up with no one in my family celebrates birthdays as well. That's why. So I think we grew up on that. So like, I'm hoping to implement that in the future as well. Like, I don't really want to be someone that celebrates birthdays. And I'm like, I hope my kids don't want to be those kids like, oh, but I want to go to...
Well, you know your kids are going to celebrate birthdays.
They definitely want to celebrate birthdays.
Do you reckon?
Unless
like,
you know...
What's a good parenting strategy? Go on ChatGPT.
Unless you don't know, you know what it is? Bro, don't send them to public school then.
Send them to a straight
Islamic school.
Sharia.
That's the only way.
Get them enjoy, yeah.
Honestly, that's the only way.
The only celebration I'm having is the 2 Eids. That's it.
Yeah.
Search on ChatGPT. I have kids. I don't want... say hypothetically, so ChatGPT doesn't put it in my memory. Say I have kids. My kid wants to celebrate his birthday, but I don't want to celebrate his birthday. How can I coerce him into believing... how can I coerce him into not celebrating his birthday?
You just pull the Bloody Mary card. You remember Bloody Mary? Huh. There used to be that thing where it was called like when you're in school, if you turn off the light, you go into a mirror and you say Bloody Mary 3 times, she rocks up and she murders you all.
So how would I do in a birthday situation?
You say the words happy birthday on your birthday.
Yeah, but then I'll get some kid like believing like some superstition, and then my kid would
and
have
start sharing it at school.
They'd have like dream catchers, rocks in the house.
Yeah.
Explain. Okay, kid respond better when they understand why something.
Offer an alternative. There you go.
Okay, let's go. All right, we want to show love and appreciation every day, not just one day. Some people believe birthdays are about getting things, but we believe it's more special to focus on family and growing every day. Okay, gratitude day. Reflect on, you know what? Set boundaries with love. One day tell him you love him. The next day you say you just bring out the belt, cuz. Set boundaries. Kazi, I'm telling you, if I have kids,
I'm not gonna lie, but
all I'm saying is if I have kids, I reckon some Davies are gonna stitch on me, cuz they're gonna be like, this kid's hitting his kids. This guy's hitting his kids.
I'm not gonna lie, but I reckon if you do it like this, bro, your kid's gonna start wanting to change every day, bro.
He's gonna what?
He's gonna want to start changing the name of every day.
What do you mean?
Like alternatives, just finding alternatives for everything.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how are you going to do... Like, I don't think you can exercise that, bro. It's going to be hard. Imagine, you tell him, you're going to have gratitude day. We're going to sit around and say what we're grateful for. And then the next day, his friend just rocks up to school with his new Jordan 1s. Going, my mum brought me this for my birthday. And she said, I'm the best kid in my world. Guess what? We're going Disneyland on the weekend. We're flying all the way to Orlando and going Disneyland.
Yeah. What'd you get for your birthday?
Yeah, that's not birthday anymore. It's actually gratitude day.
I have to list 10 things I'm grateful for.
Bro, your kids are going to hate you, bro.
Kids want to do what their friends are doing, essentially.
Yeah.
If all their friends are celebrating their 18th, they're going to come up to you and start asking for it too,
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know, man. Like, I just think birthdays.
But I think on people's birthdays, main character syndrome comes out.
That's what it is, man. It's just like, why are you celebrating the number 22? Yeah. Why are you celebrating the number 36? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my favorite is when women turn 40 in like Hollywood movies.
Yeah.
And they just have a midlife crisis. Yeah. And then they just want to get as lit as possible.
Yeah, they're doing their 30s and 40s.
Dirty 30.
Dirty 30s.
Yes. Deeves and Davies, if you are celebrating it. Sorry, Deeves, if you are celebrating a dirty 30, make sure to invite us and we can do a reflection here after that. Because I want to attend the dirty 30. Hey, bro, I was thinking about this. I got bare topics today, by the way.
Yeah, I got a couple as well.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
I was going to say, what year do you think people were truly lost themselves publicly?
Wait, say that again?
What year do you think people were themselves authentically themselves publicly?
Yeah.
Because how I thought about it, I was speaking to some OG, like, old guy, and he just said some things about, you know what I mean, like, you're stealing money from the farmers and some stuff like that, and I was just like, this is beautiful. Like, this guy's himself.
Yeah.
He said something about, like, they're robbing the farmers and the taxpayers $1.
Yeah.
And he said this in front of,
You're
like,
talking about the government, yeah?
just government and people and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is amazing. This guy is amazing. If I say anything wrong around this guy, he's going to tell me, you and your parents can go back to where you came from. And I love it. Like,
What nationality was he?
Yeah. True blue. Woo. But I was thinking, I think everyone around was like, ooh, a bit. I'm like, and you said it before we started recording that Gen Z has an issue with being themselves. So Gen Z have this persona of like, I'm someone with my private group of friends, but I'm someone else. And I'm like highly ethical and I believe in peace, love, humanity.
Here's a statistic for you.
Yeah.
Proof check me. You ready? 2023 Pew Research report showed that 71% of Gen Z feel pressured to present themselves in a positive light online. So it's like there's a natural desire to show an altered version of yourself constantly.
Yeah.
So no one's really like, the majority of young Gen Z are actually not showing their true selves.
That's crazy, bro. Like the fact that they're just like, you're someone else. And you know what's crazy? It's like, okay, I'm going to look in the mirror, I'm going to look back in the mirror and I'm going to say, damn, I said some crazy stuff on Talking Trophies. But then I'm going to be like, damn, that's me, bro. Like, that was me at this age. That was me. Like, and I think if you look back, you can see me and Damien have changed a bit. Like, over time. But I'm like, I got the privilege to say, this is me and this is me. I'm truly myself, rather than coercing people into saying, oh my God, Raver's this, like, great person, whatever. You know? Yeah. And I was just like, what year do you think people changed? When do you think this changed? When do you think, like...
People start being themselves.
Yeah.
I reckon when Instagram became popular, when Snapchat became popular in 2015.
People changed?
Everyone started recording themselves constantly. Like
I was saying a bit later. I'll say like 2018.
Nah.
Because I remember when I was in school, social media was a thing, but it wasn't that deep. Like Instagram was not that deep.
Like looking back at the post now, and you see the post people did then, you're like,
the stuff I was posting was the most randomest, dumbest things. 2015, 16, 17. I did not care.
But no, I'm also talking about public, not only social media.
Like how we treat people and stuff.
Everything in person.
That's based on age, not year, I would say.
No, just generally public persona. No, we're adults. We're talking as adults.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm saying, like, if you're a Dev and Dave watching under 18, like, this is good stuff for you when you get older. Yeah. But, like, how you present yourself in front of people. Yeah. Are you yourself, or are you just sitting there like, hey, and not really, like, if you have a contradiction of what they say, are you able to say, like, I don't agree? You know what I mean? Or, like, are you able to say your hot takes publicly?
Yeah.
You know?
You know what mine is more, I would say? it's not until like I'll be in a room. So I've been in rooms where there's no one I know, and then eventually I'll find someone that is like, yeah, I can be myself around you.
Yeah.
And I know you're not gonna judge me. Like I know you're not gonna like be like, whoa, hey, calm down. You know, like I can like that real connection, and it's not like.
So what year do you reckon that? You said 2018.
Yeah, 2018. No, but I've like because I felt like before that. Actually, no. For me,
I was gonna say 2015, 2016.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say like there was a massive woke liberal like movement that came around.
I was gonna say the Me Too movement. Yeah, I reckon around that time, is when it started.
What?
You know, the whole Me Too movement that started.
My nigga, but how did that change people from being themselves?
Nah, because they used the Me Too movement to stigmatize you if you were to say or do anything that wasn't part of the, for example,
agenda.
You know how a man was to do something that to a woman, and then he would use social media to essentially as a weapon to get rid of him. That became a tool.
Yeah, and
you
I think we were gullible.
whatever you want anymore.
And we were so gullible in those years. Like, someone would come out and say something, and it'd spread like wildfire.
Yeah.
And you're like, there's no evidence for this.
Yeah.
Hi, I just like someone literally went to their kitchen table, selfie. Hey, I was walking down the street at the bus, and I caught a bus, and some guy looked at me funny.
Yeah.
She took a photo of the guy. This is how the guy looks. The nigga was just going to work.
Exactly, yeah.
What about the ones in the gym?
Yeah.
The
But that's
gym-
more recent, not back then.
But even still, but like,
Yeah.
But it became a weapon, you know?
it was.
100%.
It was like, no, it was guilty before. What is it? No, it's innocent until proven guilty. It was guilty until proven innocent. And even after you get proven innocent, people are still saying, oh, that was the guy that
Did this, whatever.
Yeah. So you reckon that was the last time people could publicly be them? So you said the Me Too. I reckon just that there was like a massive liberal push, and everyone wanted to be the hero victim. We were victims of it as well when Talking Trophies almost got cancelled. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember when they thought they could be like these liberal, like, oh my God, we're saving humanity.
Yeah.
Guess what? We're still here.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. And free Palestine. You see, you didn't say free Palestine today. The liberal watching, you didn't say free Palestine today. So we're way more liberal than you, and we're way more progressive than you.
Yeah.
Shout out Palestine, bro. Yeah. I just went super woke, but
Yeah, like I don't know, man. Like it's such a different day. I think like people. That's the unfortunate side is that people can't be themselves. But then I do get it because then it's like sometimes I'll be cracking a joke and I go, maybe I should start chilling on this one.
But at least you'd get called out for it. Say it. Get called out. You know it's wrong.
Yeah.
Okay? The problem is people think everything's wrong in their head.
Yeah.
So people just don't speak.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd rather go speak, make a mistake, and someone go to me, hey, Rev, you can't really say that. All right, my bad. And I'm always happy to say my bad. I don't mind that. But like, I'd rather make that mistake so I know, okay, next time, don't say that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
rather than just being on edge and having it like a super like fake, nothing's authentic. I got nothing out of this convo. I've known this person for 10 years and we've spoken on like surface level discussions because I'm just walking on eggshells around them.
Yeah.
And publicly, everywhere. You know what I mean? Even like, I reckon back in the days, bro, like people used to smash darts at work in the office. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now you're just whispering a little joke like, knock, knock, who's there? And it's like, shh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, you're never going to really get to know someone truly.
It's true. Unless like you become best friends or like
Even
you're in a
if you
relationship.
I think even friends, man. I'm telling you.
You reckon?
I'm telling you, there's people you know that like, you're just like, damn, you're not really like that deep. There's people I know, I'm not like that. I'm like really surface level with them.
Yeah.
I don't push the lines. I'm like, I'm not even friends with them. I'm just an acquaintance. But I'm like, this person probably gets really offended. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I still crack a couple jokes around them.
Yeah.
Just you know what I love?
I like to see their reaction.
Huh?
I like to see people's reaction.
What do you mean?
Like when I crack jokes.
Yeah.
Like I just like to see them like, you know that feel like, you know when people look at you, they want to laugh, but it's like, can we laugh about this?
Yeah.
Like I love hitting that.
This one. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, I'm like, bro, we're grown adults, man.
Yeah.
Why are we living our lives like this? And I just think like doing this whole fake snaky stuff, am I going to look in the mirror when I'm 50 at myself and be like, damn, who is this person?
Yeah,
because
valid.
you take it home with you, this stuff. Generally, like how you are, how you're fake and stuff. And then you start correcting like your parents and stuff.
Yeah.
We have this thing where like, I don't know, like I see it happen a lot, like where like young adults are correcting their parents who like raised them, came to this country like not knowing anything, or had them as kids, you know what I mean, after high school.
Yeah.
And they're like, you can't do this, mom. Dad, you're not. And you're just like, bro, what experience do you have in life?
Yeah.
You know? So it's just like, I don't know, man. It's like, I feel like us Gen Zs as well. Am I Gen Z? I'm 97.
Oh, you're on the... Yeah, you are. You are just bang on it, but...
Okay. I'm Gen Z, but I was raised around millennials. I realize.
Yeah, you are. Because like you're literally the first year of it.
Okay, yeah.
You are the first year.
You're a millennial, yeah?
Yeah, millennial.
Yeah, and you're
Yo,
Gen Z.
dog. Hey. Yeah, the other day, or the other week actually, bro, my heart was broken. But I understand why. Have you guys ever watched, like, you know, is there a certain channel you guys watch when you're so bored, it's late at night, you watch this thing before you go to bed? Do you guys have a show like that?
No,
or like even a
watch.
YouTube channel or anything?
I know a few people like that, but not me personally. But yeah.
Bro.
I've been on like, I just like scroll a little bit on Tiki.
Bro. You know what I'd do? Bro, I'd go on YouTube and I'd watch Outdoor Boys. Do you know what Outdoor Boys is?
Yeah, he's like the guy that does the camping and stuff.
The camping and stuff, bro.
He
The
teaches people how to
Canadian guy,
camp.
yeah?
Yeah. But then he's closing down his channel. But it's the reason why he's doing it that I want to talk about. Because, you know, like, we're in an era where it's like hustle culture. Like, we want to hustle, we want to grind, we want to do all these things. But then now I'm noticing there's also a culture shift and people stepping away. People on the grind, they're getting to a certain point and they're going, actually, I need to stop here. I need to give it up now before it gets too out of hand. And so he said he's stepping away so he can focus on his family, he can focus on the people around him.
Yeah, he made it like a thank you video and stuff.
Did a thank you
because he's like, he was getting approached at like in the airport and stuff.
Right.
Like
he's
with
saying
his
he couldn't even eat lunch. He couldn't even go out with his family.
That's what makes it so authentic.
Yeah.
And that guy is a really authentic guy.
Yeah.
So what, you watch him like you
Bro.
didn't watch him at night.
I literally watched like 3 episodes back to back, and eventually I just fall asleep.
He's super entertaining, that guy, though.
He is. He's
No, but-
very entertaining.
No. When you deep it, he's actually not entertaining. It's just what he's doing is peaceful. Because all he's doing is, he's just slowly explaining what he's doing. But there's no comedic element to it. There's no real, like, drama. There's nothing to it. Like, as in, like, from a skills point of view. It's more like, hey, guys, so today I'm going to be cutting up some wood and putting it up here.
I think we like that, man. I think because we've
It's
become
just
so
real.
city. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we've become so city orientated.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're not really doing things like changing tires and stuff, like just guy things. You know what I mean? Like, that's why it's what's called outside. What it's called? He's called outside guys.
Outdoor boys.
Outdoor boys. It's like we want to grow up and do that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I always like admire, like, for example, someone that's able to set up a campfire. Someone that's able to go out camping for like 2-3 days.
Yeah.
You know, I have like, for example, friends that go like camping, and what they do is they go with backpacks.
Yeah.
And they do like massive hikes. So like they'd go like 100 kilometers hikes, just long, really long ones. And I'm just like, that's amazing. I'm like, hey, I'd love to do it with you one day. Or the friends that go hunting.
Yeah.
I think as guys, we see that as like, whoa, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Like even me, like I never really learned how to change a tire. It wasn't something I was taught.
But you're not a man then.
I'm not a man. But guess what happened? My dad called me, and my dad called me, he goes, hey, the tire's flat, fix it.
Yeah.
I go, yeah, you know what, stuff it. Let me just
Yeah.
learn it. And I'm like, Dad, you're not a man? You're not a man, Dad? I'm not telling you Happy Father's Day this year because you don't know how to change a tire yourself. So I go, and I do it from scratch. I change the tire, whatever. Guess what happens? Bloke called Aaron, still remember his name, drives past in his, he goes, because I was wearing a thoba, jalabia. He goes, mate, you need a hand?
Yeah. Did you say yeah?
I'm like, yeah, I'm just changing, but like, you come help, you know, like whatever. And he's just showing me like little hacks to like, for example, like when you're putting the screws back on, like do it like diagonally. So like the tie comes in.
And you do a little bit at a time.
A little bit at a time. And he was showing me these little hacks and stuff. But he's like,
you know me, I can't be my dad's son, mate, without knowing that, mate, all right?
your dad will drop you off, mate.
Bro, I'd get chinned.
His dad works with cars and stuff. He's really good with cars. But yeah, I was like, this is the stuff that like we really need to do.
Yeah.
And I think we like in a way, I don't know how to, like, I don't want to sound like, hey, we're all cavemen and men and whatever. But like, I think guys admire someone that's able to do stuff like that.
Yeah. But but now looking at it, I understand the side to it, like the family and stuff. But for you, when you think about it, like, bro, it would be so hard to walk away from that because you'd be earning a killing. The money you would make off a channel like that, millions of subscribers, millions of views like the guy doesn't have a small channel, bro. Like the guy gets like 60 million views like per video. Like the guy gets a lot of views. So for him to walk away from that, for me, I go, that's hard for me to understand because like today's generation is like, yo, we gotta hustle, we gotta grind.
I think he's made enough.
Bro, he's made a killing.
So I think he's happy with what he made, and I think he had a discussion with his wife. Yeah, and he's just like, let's wrap this up.
Yeah,
don't you think like?
You reckon a few copycats are about to come out the woodwork?
For sure.
Yeah, who cares, bro? Yeah.
For sure. But like, for example, even him, what he does, Bear Grylls does that. Bear Grylls one was more intense. Bear Grylls would be like, I have to get from here to here in like 3 days, and this is all I have. I'm going to use an axe and a screw.
Yeah.
And somehow he just does everything.
Yeah.
So like, that stuff is always going to be popular.
Yeah.
I think guys admire it.
Now, I got a question that is like, kind of aligned with this, but for us now, like, I would say you hustle. You do a lot. I hustle. We all hustle. Do you hustle because you want to? Or do you hustle because you're scared of falling behind?
I'll be honest with you, I think I'm busy for the sake of being busy. I think I do, like when I do self-reflect, that's one thing I did self-reflect on. I'm like, okay, I'm busy for being busy, but what am I, like, I need to drill into one thing.
Yeah.
Rather than scattering myself, I need to drill into one thing. I personally saw that after doing a self-reflection. I'm like, early this year, I'm like, I actually need to do that. I need to focus on one thing and just go 100% on it, for example. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I do a bunch, but I'm not going 100% in everything. Yeah, yeah. So I think, but personally, why I do things is, like, for example, the house or whatever, to stay sane, bro. I personally can't sit and just do nothing, bro. And I think that's because I grew up in a way where it's like, you need to provide. Yeah. I learned that, you know what I mean? Like, my dad came here with nothing. Yeah. Grinded that out to raise us. And I feel like if I do sit around, I do feel like a bum. Sometimes, like, when I'm sleeping till like 11 and my dad like walks past, I feel awkward. Yeah. It's weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have that. I just feel like I don't want to let them down as well. And I don't know, some people think it's like, oh, parental pressure, whatever. I just think I'm like, they work so hard for me, you know? Yeah. That's why I try, like, just push myself as much as I can.
No, I get it, because I can't stand being at home. Like, like just doing nothing. Bro, I had this saying that like was in my mind lately. Like, depression without trauma is a privilege. Like, without trauma attached to it, if you're just depressed because you're like just being a bum and doing nothing, like, bro, get up and do something, you'll feel better. Like, so I find like the feeling I have when I'm doing nothing is 1,000 times worse when I'm doing something. Like, I'd rather feel overworked and like be like, oh man, I'm really tired right now, I'm really wrecked, than like, bro, I hate life right now, I'm not where I want to be, I'm not happy with where I'm at. Yeah.
That's what I think. What do you think, Somali Steve?
I reckon I agree with Rave. I'm on your side. It's like, you want to. You
my nigga, you lowered your voice to sound philosophical, yeah?
If you saw him, he's doing this.
The mic is not picking you up louder.
Do I go louder? Yeah, you can hear me now, right?
Yeah, that's better.
I was saying I agree with Ravo. Essentially, like, you know, you work to because you don't want to disappoint your parents. You know, you came here for a reason. You want to achieve your goals. You have things you want to check off. So that's the driving motivation for myself as well.
Yeah, facts. I think even like staying busy is a good thing.
Yeah, 100%.
I think, and do as much as you can. I think that's the main thing I'd say. Just do whatever. Like, do random side missions, do side quests, try new foods. I think talk to different people. Go in rooms where you're not comfortable in.
Go to Soji.
Yeah, man. Like, just do stuff like that. I don't know, man. This is like, we get this crazy opportunity where we get to live in a time where I get to meet people that I'll never meet in my life. Let's just say my parents stayed in Eritrea. Yeah. I was born in Eritrea. Never left Eritrea. How 100
the chance of you leaving is like
minimum. Right. Yeah, you're not leaving, mate. Yeah. So like, imagine like the 100 generation before us, or you stayed in Somaliland, or you did a bit of Irish and between Irish and Eritrea. Let's find the country there. Just go there.
Yeah.
But like, I wouldn't like have this experience of going to meet people from like the other sides of the world. Like I met people from like random countries.
Yeah, you
like
never heard
Lithuania, Argentina.
Yeah.
You would never see them in your life.
Yeah, that's true.
Let alone that Africans, Senegalese people,
Yeah.
South Africans. I met so many people, and I'm like, what a blessing, bro. You get to go. I'm like, oh my God, I feel like eating Chinese food today. Let me drive down to Langzhou.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get to work with people from different parts of the world. Like that's the craziest thing. I think it's like it's an amazing thing, and that's why I'm like really pushing for like just try things, do whatever. Yeah. And I think like Deeves and Dave's probably sitting down. This is the only time I'm gonna motivate you. Chuck on that Kais and that motivational sound in the music, background. You know what it is. But like Deeves and Davies at home, just do it. Like enjoy life, try new things, live it. Like you only get one opportunity. Why not just give it a go? And you're in one of the greatest countries on earth.
Yeah, and you know what? If you're under like 30 or even 35, like this is gonna be the only time you'll ever get a chance to like just live life.
Yeah.
You don't have responsibility, like unless you got kids in bad luck, sorry, mate. But like, you know, if you don't have kids, if you're not married, like utilize the time, the freedom that you have, because there's gonna be a time where you're gonna be old. You're not gonna have. You actually physically don't have the energy to go and do what you can do today.
Yeah. Travel too, I'm saying travel.
Yeah, I agree.
As much as an advocate I am and think, just go travel the world and go sit down in go to a random restaurant in the country.
Yeah.
That looks dodgy and you know you're going to get food poisoning. But like sit down and speak to the local person.
Yeah.
Like for example, we were speaking about South Korea. I remember I met some like South Korean lady. She's got a halal restaurant. She converted to Islam. But then we started speaking about like conspiracies of like how Turkey is impacting the Middle East and how America's the enemy. And I'm like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
The food was average, but I'm like, this is amazing.
But even the other day, I was working at a school. I was teaching dance at a school in Dandenong, and like there was a bit of a break, so they're like, the lady's like, oh, just go sit in the staff room. Mind you, I know no teacher, nothing. So anyway, I go there, I see some old teacher. I sit there. She turns out she's like the teacher's been there the longest time. She's been working at the same school 35 years.
Whoa.
35 years.
Yeah.
I'm asking her questions like, you know, like, do you ever remember students or anything? She's like, no, I don't. Like, only the difficult ones you remember. Like, just having like genuine conversation, taking interest in each other's lives. It was like, it was a very like a beautiful moment. Yeah.
And you never know like who's going to impact you. Like some people just like someone believing in you that like the most random one. Like for example, I have a teacher in high school. Some guy actually that I know he ran into her. And he goes, oh, I've seen this teacher. And as soon as I heard her name, bro, I was like full of joy, bro. Because that teacher literally changed my life. I didn't know what I was going to do. She got me into accounting and I ended up getting into business, studying economics and finance. But like, I was like scattered. And she's like, you don't know what you want to do. Try this.
Yeah.
Got me into like income statements, whatever.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. And I'm just like, you never know. Like, if I never gave this teacher, she used to come into the class smelling like darts. Her nails were like this long. She was old. I was just like, what in the world is this? Yeah. She used to just smell like darts and like a good coffee. You know, like the old school Aussie Nescafe.
Black coffee. Just
black coffee. She smelled like that. And I was just like, first few days I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
But then after it, I was like, literally, when I finished year 12, I'm like, thank you for everything. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
You really had an impact on me, whatever.
Yeah, for real.
Little to know, she literally changed the whole direction of my life.
Yeah.
I could have been a tradie.
Yeah.
She stopped me from being tradie, mate.
Yeah, mate. Aren't you glad? Otherwise, your back would be cooked right now.
Nah, I was gonna be a Sparky, bro. To be honest.
Oh, true.
I was gonna be a Sparky. Hey,
you know the memes on Sparkies, yeah?
What?
I can't say it, but
what? They're a bit what? Colourful.
Fruity.
Yeah. Hey,
the bit Carl Anthony Towns.
Hey, check this on. This is gonna expose me a bit. Do you use ChatGPT every day?
Nah, not every day.
How often do you use it?
Just for work.
Because I was at a shout out Wintana. She had like a little gathering because her studio's closing up.
Yeah.
So she had a gathering and
shout out.
Bro, I was just kicking it with a bunch of people there.
Yeah,
it was nice, man. And then we just had this discussion about like prompts on ChatGPT, and they were talking about it. And I was just like, oh, let's do it. And then we just all did it. And I'm like, these are like fun prompts you could do. It was Noor as well. I think Noor sent the prompt out, and then we all did it. But search this prompt up on ChatGPT. So this is going to expose me, yeah? But this is a good way to like, if you're someone that uses ChatGPT every day, it tells you like, you can reflect in a way from it. So go on ChatGPT and then search can you give me my top 5 blind spots from all the information I've given, or maybe all the searches I've done? So, no, from what you know about me, do this. From what you know about me, give me my top 5 blind spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one was interesting.
That's funny.
And it tells you, like, it gives you feedback and stuff. And I was just like, what the hell? I was like, this is true.
And it was actually...
Guys, don't expose me like that. Damn. All right, guys, absolutely. Okay, we'll do the top. Underestimating. So look, underestimating the power of monetization. Being reluctant to delegate. Undervaluing your personal brand. Hesitating to fully embrace risk. Scroll down, and one more. So these are for me. And not celebrating your wins enough. Okay. All right, you can close it now, mate. You can close it down.
Hesitating to fully embrace risk.
But like, that's because I use ChatGPT every day. So obviously,
it knows you.
It knows me so well.
Yeah.
And it's like, can this be my therapist, bro?
Yeah.
You know what? I did a search yesterday actually, but the thing is, it's like, you can tweak up your ChatGPT to like be designed to you. And I gave it some like really, really strict guideline. I'm like, from now on, I want you to be like straight up with me, give me proper feedback. Don't sound nice. If you think I'm wrong, give me feedback on how you think I'm wrong. Like, push me to like think a bit more clearly and this. And I was giving a feedback, and it's like, okay, from now on, I'm gonna do this. Bang. And I was just like, what the hell? This is the future. So what I started doing, bro, I got hooked. Yeah. So I got home pretty late. I got home by like 1-ish. I was like, first time I ever hanged out till like 1 in a while. I'm like, damn, I'm getting old. I started yawning at like 9:30. I'm like, damn, bro, it's getting tight.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed the conversations we're having. But I got home and I just started writing prompts, and I started like finding all these prompts online, like that you can tell ChatGPT that all these software developers wrote to improve, so it provides you the best possible service. Yeah. And it's tweaked up to you. And I was just like, what is going on? Are we in the future?
Yeah, we are, 100%. It's the time, man. It's the time. You know what? Like, yeah, people say like, technology, we're getting dumber. I reckon it's the opposite, man. We have more access to knowledge that no one before has had.
Yeah, but the thing is, some people have access to knowledge.
But it's the difference is we haven't like, we've kind of lost our ability to like gain the access ourselves from scratch. But in a sense, that's the perk to being in the current day.
But then, do you think that we're gonna lose our ability to like problem solve because it's so easy to write it down on ChatGPT?
Brother,
are we gonna lose our ability?
Unless you need to learn how to start a fire, you're fine, bro.
What do you mean?
We're not in a survivalist era. Like, we don't have to like
generally, like, for example, problem solving, like work problem solving, data issues, coding, what else? Just writing up an invoice.
Yeah.
We don't do anything anymore.
No.
You can just tell ChatGPT, do this. Hey, do my income, do my taxes. Everything's done. So we're not really like sitting down, like writing things. For example, with me, I do my taxes myself, but like I would sit down and write like all the transactions I did throughout the year and sit down and do that. Yeah. But now I can be like, hey, this is my spreadsheet of all my transfers. Do my tax.
Yeah.
And I lose that half. I enjoy that 2.5 hours where I'm sitting down doing my taxes, but I lose that.
Yeah.
And it's like that problem solving, you know what I mean? And it's like, are we moving into a time where we're not even able to think? Like, everything's going to be done just by a click of a button, just a quick search.
Yeah. But I don't know, is it... Like, I understand what you're saying, but I do see the pros in having having everything so accessible. Because you buy yourself time.
They say about 83 million jobs are about to be lost to AI in 2027.
Yeah. I could probably even be at risk of that.
Insane,
yeah.
right?
Actually, no, I can't actually. I can keep my job for a while. And I think... But guess who's going to stay in his job? Damo. Actually, hey, unless the Tesla robot starts showing you how to dance.
Yeah, and preach.
And preach.
Yeah.
Teach you how to dance.
Yeah.
Teach you how to Dougie.
Nah, to be honest, I won't be out of a job for real.
Yeah, you're lucky.
You're going to be in the people business.
That's what it is. And I think that's the future.
You need to take care of people.
I think we're going to shift.
Mental health workers, psychologists.
I reckon even that can get taken out by...
Yeah, these things are pretty good.
They're good, yeah. And they talk better than psychologists. But I was going to say, I think what's going to be valuable in the future is authenticity.
Yeah.
I think what's always going to be available is this. Being able to do I think podcasts are going to grow. Everyone's going to jump into podcasts.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to jump into like content
Twitch
creating. Streaming. Because you know why? It's still the people factor.
Yeah.
You can't get an AI speed.
Sport.
You can't get an AI Kai Cenat.
Yeah.
You can't get an AI
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, Messi. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think that's going to be the change. I think everyone's entertainment's going to be so massive. I think the future is in the entertainment. And I think you don't want to say, like, for example, like, hey, you know how like China's like every kid wants to be an astronaut or an engineer or something, and then they did like that speech where it's like everyone in America wants to be like a content creator or an influencer. But I think like robots can do it now, so like we can just all be content creators. I'm saying let's get Talking Trophies monetized, and that's my new job. Let's start a Patreon.
We've been saying this for ages.
No, Patreon we can't do. Bro, we barely get any hit the subscribe button if you're new here.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, do that. But hey, I want to go to this event, bro. I want to go to the Sochi event, bro. What are you saying, bro?
Yeah.
I'm with it. Oh, we're late.
Yeah, we're late, man.
Let's wrap.
All right, Deeps and Davies, thanks for listening. If you're still listening to here, this was a bit of a
chill episode.
It was a chill episode. We'll get a guest on next week. But yeah, it was like a very, very professional. I think we're maturing.
Hey, we're having a good conversation, boys.
No racism jokes this week?
Nah. Did we? No racism.
I did at the start. Fumbled at the start. My bad. I do apologize to the BLM community. But besides that, we did good. I think we're on a roll. We'll get a guest on. Deeves and Davies, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Spotify listeners, give us a 5-star.
Interact. Please interact.
Deeves and Davies on the Spotify. I get it. You're professional, but interact.
Don't just comment on the Insta.
Yeah.
Besides like on the YouTube.
Shout out South Smells as well, as always.
Yes.
Go, Nan.
Shout out, Nana.
Besides that, enjoy your day, enjoy your night. Stay humble. Faith.